Yo, what is up there, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Eddie, also known as Driveway Built 460. Guess what, guys? We're back in the garage and we have upgrades to the Lexus. Let's take a look and see what we have. We have some new 7-inch LED driving lights. These are the bigger pods that we're going to be putting on a GX, and they're made by a company called maxpeedingrods. Shout out to maxpeedingrods. They are today's sponsor in this video for this episode. We're going to go ahead and be installing these lights onto the GX, and they are going to go right onto the bull bar. I'm going to do a quick unboxing of the lights. There's going to be a pair in each box, so there's going to be 4 LED pods in total. And they do also come with, well, separately, these amber covers, because right from the box, they are going to be clear from the box. So we can use that to slap onto the front to make them amber. And I also have these DT connections here. They are a triangle connection, because the ones that comes off from the LED pods here, the connections, they are going to be triangle DT connections, not your squared. So I had to go ahead and I'll leave a link down below where I got these from Amazon, but they're pretty much the same ones that I use for my aux beams right up there on my roof rack. So I use those same DT connections for that, and we're going to use them also for the new LED pod. So let's go ahead, unbox this, and take a look and see what's inside. Alright, let's see what comes in the box. Nicely packaged, all these styrofoams, and there are the main pods. Man, I have to be honest with you guys, these are heavy. They are freaking heavy, and they're really stout. So again, triangle DT connection. This is the female side. But take a look at that. maxpeedingrods. They have side shooters back over here, your main ones back in the front. And again, these are driving lights. But obviously you're going to use these for off-road, and so I wouldn't use these as a, I don't believe they're SAE approved. So I wouldn't go using these during normal driving conditions, so only meant for off-road. Set this to the side. And of course your main wiring harness is here. Triangle connection. So we're going to use this bundle here to wire in the lights. And they do come with some, looks like black covers. And there's 4 of them, and they come separately, just like the amber ones. What else is in here? This is going to be your hardware. This is how we're going to mount them onto the GX. But okay, that's pretty much that. And again, these are heavy. They weigh about 15 pounds, I would say. Here are the cooling fans, or the cooling fins that are on the maxpeed LED pods. And for reference, this is what the specs are for the pods. So you guys can pause this so you guys can take a look and see what the specs are. But they are 15 lumen wise, they are 15,200 lumens for a pair. And they are IP68 rating. So these can get wet, submerged in water, and they should not go out on you. So coming back over to the GX, I planned on mounting these right up along over here somewhere. I was going to grab an 80x20 crossbar and fabricate some kind of a bar to go right beneath the grill and also my bumper here, and just run it right over here with that crossbar. But I can weld, I just don't like fabricating things, and it just takes way too long and too much of my time. So I just like to just get it hooked up and going without having to spend days or weeks just fabricating something simple to put it back over here. And plus, I didn't want to have to grind or chop my grill again just to fit the light pod. So instead of doing that, I went over to my local Harbor Freight, stopped inside, and I saw something online about off-road mounting lights. So I walked into the store, took a look, and they had them in stock, so I picked up 4 of them. And, you know, which What's pretty cool is at least I walked out, got some mounts, and also I got a free hat too, so I'm not gonna complain about that. We're gonna mount the mounts, the light mounts, right on my bull bar here. So if we focus back over here, the Harbor Freight Road Shock mounts, they have 3 different sizes you can use. So we're gonna figure out which one we can use so we can mount back onto the bull bar on a GX. Okay, so we are in this process now. We're in this next step where I've mounted the light mounts on. I'm gonna see if I can mount all 4 onto the bull bar. All right, so let's see what this looks like. So bolt and also washer went inside here. I went inside and up and out. So let's see if I can fit this on here. Okay, so I'm already finding out that the upside is not gonna work. We're gonna have to flip this and go down instead of having to go up the way it is. So it's not fitting up. Let's try that again. So let's see here. Bring this back down, and we have connection. Okay. So there is our first pod. All right. Going with that Baja look, right? So there's 1 of 4. And again, I'm gonna see if I can try to fit 2 pairs on there. If I don't, it's gonna be 3. Well, let's go ahead and mount the rest of them up and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Pods are mounted on to the bull bar. Here is the clearance that I have between the pod and the grill. So it looks like I can only mount a pair of them onto the bull bar. Because when I try to mount the 3rd one, I can't do 4. It's just too much, unfortunately. So I can only mount just a pair. So when I mount the one in the center, what happens is the tolerance here is so tight that I can't put the center one here. It ends up hitting the Lexus logo. So all thanks to this protruding grill, I can't mount the center one. So that really sucks. So thanks, Lexus. But anyways, I can only mount just a pair. So I've already got them just fastened for now, just so I can see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. Should be plenty of light. I would like more, but unfortunately I can't mount them on the center, so that's where it's gonna be for now. So it looks like I won't be using the splitters for this. So we should be able to use the included light bundle that comes with this. So we'll use that to splice things up and get this going. Won't be using the switch that comes included with this pack here. Since I have a switch panel, I won't be utilizing this switch here. I will be utilizing the wires here, so I'm going to cut the relays, if there's a relay. I think there's the relay in here. Well, I'm going to cut this up anyways. I won't be using these lines here at all. We'll just be using this harness here to connect both the lights up back over to my switch panel. And what I'll do is I'll route the wires. Looks like I can tuck them right beneath here and back into the cavity along the engine bay, back over to the switch panel. All right, so we're gonna work on routing the wires under the grill here. I should have plenty of room because the grill has some flexibility. So we're just gonna route this in here. All right, so that's in there. Let's open the hood. Let's go ahead and remove the cover here because behind this cover is my switch panel. Okay, I just gotta take off the cover here. And we're gonna figure out which circuit we're gonna use for the pods. All right, so we got the wires here. I've already unraveled it. And it looks like I'm gonna just go ahead and just snip it right here. I'm gonna use my dikes. Looks like I'm gonna have a power, ground, and then the white one here. This is gonna be for the DRL. So we're gonna tap that into the DRL switch and also find a home for the power and black for powering up the pod. So this is what we're gonna use. We'll connect them right back over here to the connectors because here is the male sides. Then they hook up right to the female side right over here to these 2 connections. The wires route on over and on through, right over here, and out through the battery. I'm gonna just route them right behind the battery, right over here, and then back over to the switch panel. Let's go ahead and make our connections. So we have 1, and we have 2. So now they're both connected. Cool, so quick update. I went ahead and put the max speeding rods. They are on circuit number 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're on switch number 4 for that circuit. And then the DRLs, I wired them back into circuit number 3, which is right back over here. So we are wired up. Let's go ahead and test them out and see how they look. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on the DRLs. See what that looks like. So there's that. And they don't work. Why don't they work? Man, some bad news, guys. So we cannot use the switch panel for the pods. It seems like the pods have, I think it might have an internal switch within it, so we have to resort to using the switch that came with it. Now, part reason why is the lights. The switch here has an on and off button here, but it also has an RGB function, so you can switch colors from multiple colors, and depending on what you want to choose, you can have that. So we are going to go ahead and route the wires back over to the engine bay, down a firewall, and down a firewall. We'll bring it back inside the cabin, right up to the footwell and up. And I will go ahead and put the switch right here in this spot. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's go ahead and tap the wires back into place. So again, this has a fuse here to prevent any kind of shortages. So we're going to go ahead and connect the negative lead here and connect the positive lead back on this side. Okay, so battery is all hooked up. So we are going to follow along here on the panel, on the fender. I'm going to come right down over here, and this will be the next step, is feeding through the connection through the firewall. So we've already got through this. Gears has been routed through the grommet, and I pulled it back through and fished it through inside here. I pulled off my trim panel here, and this is where the wire is feeding out through. So we're going to go ahead and stick it again right along here. This is where I'm going to put the switch. So there's an arrow right there. So let's just make sure we make that solid connection. There we go. And we can place the screw cap back on. Okay, and that's nice and secure now. I'm gonna go ahead and snap the panel back into place, just like so. And in the back of the switch, there is a adhesive tape, so we can just remove this. All right, so we're good to go. Let's see what the lights look like. All right, guys, let's see what this looks like. Let's start off by turning on the RGB DRLs. Should be purple, orange, red, green, blue, purple, and I think this might be cool white and super white. So there you have it, guys. It's going through its demo, meaning going through all the colors and the sequence. Now I have the amber covers on. Let's see what these LED pods look like. And there's the amber. Now you can turn off the DRLs and they're off. Now it's just the main light that's on. So this is with the amber, and let's see what it looks like with the clears. All right, so now let's see what the clears look like. I have to admit, they're pretty darn bright. Both the amber and the clears. This is what the DRLs look like with the clears on. So we'll rotate, so we'll go ahead and we'll go through the different colors. I think my favorite is gonna be the orange or the amber. The amber is gonna be my favorite when it comes to the DRLs. Looks legit though. The lens cover, it is a plastic lens cover. So we have that. My aux beam ones, they're also plastic. The Bajas, these are glass. But we'll see how these hold up. They have a IP68 rating for water resistance, so we'll see how they hold up. I love the fact that they have the side shooters here. This will just disperse lighting for us when we go off-roading at nighttime. But pretty cool. I like them. So let's go ahead and put the covers on. See what they look like. Place. Okay. Then there's that. Alright, so there's the black cover. And let's put on the amber covers. Amber covers are the same way. Goes down first, and then clips, and then snaps in place. Cool. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, this is the black cover, and then the amber cover. So we have both of them on. To take them back off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a plastic pry tool instead. Let's take a little finesse. So there's 1 and 2. So you guys let me know in the comment. Are you guys team clear or team amber? Which one do you guys think look best? I'm gonna back up a little bit. Pretty cool. I think it looks pretty killer. It does match my aux beams down over here, my cubes. So they're kind of like the same design in some ways. But think of it as the big brother, right? I think I like the amber, but it does kind of work with this little theme here, right? Because the one over here on the aux beam, they're clear, and that's also clear. So that kind of matches because everything on the outside is amber. But I don't know. Let me see here. Let me switch this up. Let me go and put the other amber ones on, and let's see what it looks like. Cool. So there is the amber. But the install was pretty easy. So it was just the mounts that we had to work with. But once we got that figured out, it was relatively easy. But I want to give big shout out to maxpeedingrods. They are, again, today's sponsor. So shout out to these guys. And if it wasn't for these guys, they wouldn't be complimenting the GX. So I don't know if you guys like the look or not. It's cool to me. I think they look pretty awesome on the GX. It'll give me a chance to really use them at nighttime whenever I do go off-roading at night. So more lights never hurts, right? Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. And until then, guys, don't forget, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Until then, I will see you guys on the next adventure. Peace.